time travel, ghosts, and a famous French queen. This story has it all. In 1901, two British women had an encounter in the gardens of Versailles that they couldn't explain. What happened that day still remains one of the most intriguing and baffling mysteries in paranormal history. Meet Charlotte Ann Moberly and Eleanor Jourdain, two academics from Oxford University. It was supposed to be just another vacation for them, but what they experienced that summer day in Versailles would change their lives forever. The two women were strolling through the gardens of the Petit Trianon, a small but stunning palace that had once been the retreat of Queen Marie Antoinette herself. But on that day in 1901, the place felt different, almost oppressive. Suddenly something strange began to happen. Both women felt a heavy atmosphere, and soon they began seeing figures from the past. These weren't ordinary people. They were dressed in 18th century clothing. The women later claimed to have even seen Marie Antoinette herself. Was it a ghostly encounter or something far more extraordinary? Moberly and Jourdain were not just experiencing a haunting. They believed they had slipped through time, witnessing moments from the past, specifically from the late 1700s, during the reign of the French Queen. Marie Antoinette was known to have spent much of her time at the Petit Trianon, and some of the most tragic moments of her life unfolded here. The women believed that the events they saw were connected to memories of the Queen's last days, perhaps even her final moments before the Revolution. The women described seeing men in uniform, possibly Swiss guards, soldiers loyal to the French monarchy, acting oddly. They also saw other figures, like a young man who warned them to hurry toward the palace. Perhaps the strangest part? Moberly swore she saw a woman sketching, only to later realize that the person didn't exist in the present. Was it possible that this was Marie Antoinette herself, daydreaming of her life at the Petit Trianon from the past? After the encounter, Moberly and Jourdain spent a lot of time trying to make sense of what happened. Their conclusion? They had experienced something not just paranormal, but time-bending. They believed they had traveled back in time, perhaps to the year 1792, right before the fall of the French monarchy. But the skeptics were quick to dismiss their claims. The Society for Psychical Research found little to support their story, yet the women stood by their experience. In 1911, they published a book called An Adventure, under pseudonyms, detailing their extraordinary encounter. The book gained attention, selling thousands of copies, but many dismissed the story as mere fantasy, even accusing the women of letting their imaginations run wild. Years later, the two women would return to Versailles to find that much of what they had seen was no longer there. The paths had changed, and the layout was different. Were their memories playing tricks on them, or did something truly supernatural occur? Some suggest that the women simply wandered into a historical reenactment or even a private event, where people were dressed in period costumes. Could it have been an elaborate setup that confused them? Or were they simply obsessed with Marie Antoinette, letting their imaginations take control? Despite the many theories, Moberly and Jourdain's experience at Versailles remains one of the most mysterious paranormal accounts in history. Did they truly witness a time slip, or was it all just a trick of the mind? What do you think? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more mind-bending mysteries from history. Until next time, keep your eyes open. Who knows what you might uncover?